fastest way to start winning more games in CFB 26 is simply being one of the best offensive playbooks in the game. Luckily for you, in this video, I'm breaking down the top 3 offensive playbooks that you absolutely need to be using right now if you're serious about scoring points and winning games in CFB 26. I will warn you though, the last playbook could potentially be the best one for you, so you don't want to miss out on it. Let's jump right into it. The first playbook I want to break down is perhaps the easiest offense I've used this year in CFB 26. Let me show you the Georgia offense. Alright, so we first have post dig here from gun cluster halfback strong, and we have them in a random defense here, right? This is going to be the setup. You're going to put RB on a shriek, and you're going to put your tight end on a drag. If you want to, it's optional. You can put your running back right here on a table route. That will help you out against zone coverage a lot more, but you're just able to see you're just going through a read progression. First, you're going to look to your underneath passes, so your drag, your zig, and your running back flat route. If you put it on the field, those are going to be your first reads, and then if they take those away, that's when you're stepping up in the pocket to try to hit your post over the top. Also, when they blitz you, it's very important that you're getting rid of that ball on time, because honestly, you don't have time to look up to your post. Also, something else to make sure that you understand is the flame icons on defense. This will help you identify the blitz. When you're looking at your play art, anyone with a flame icon over their head, that's who's going to come in free if they blitz. So what you need to do is, excuse me, you need to look at those guys as soon as you snap the ball. Boom, I see it. I see one of them blitzes, and so I know that I have to get rid of the ball right there. You're really trying to get rid of the ball where they blitz from, right? And so that's why I looked up the seam right there. We have Butterfingers, but that's always a pretty good practice here. So now we see the two guys, they both drop out into coverage, and so I just hit my drag underneath. So really with this play, you're basically going to make sure that you don't take any sacks. Because you're going to have someone open every play, right? So right here, we're going to go with it again. We're going to see that they blitz us, and so we're just going to have that throw in the middle of the field for an easy completion. So really, that's an easy play. You're never taking sacks. You're never doing anything negative, because you're always going to have an option against every defense in the game, and you know when they're blitzing. But next, we're going to come put this ball in the red zone here, and this is RPO glance post from gun Y off trips, all right? So really what we're trying to do here is just go with the RPO and make the read. There's going to be times where you can just hit that bubble out there and you just see how elusive some of your guys are. The speed boost is really effective in this game, and so you're able to score those touchdowns out on the edge. Also, you can look at your post route, but you see how there's an R defender, there's an R over that top safety. That means he's the read key. That means that he's the guy that you're looking to determine if I'm going to throw my backside post or not. So boom, we're going to take it. You see how he's rotating to the middle of the field, and so that gives you a great opportunity to throw that. Now, shout out to the outside corner right there. He made a good play. But if he stays right there in the middle, you're not throwing the post. Right here, he leaves again, and so now that gives you an opportunity to throw that. Again, it's going to be tight coverage, especially if they have a really good corner out there, so it's still going to be a contested catch. So really, your first read is probably just going to be that right there, and then you're able to kind of speed boost and get away from a lot of those guys. So again, right here, they give you a different look, which means now you're reading that number 3 defender. He leaves the middle, and so now we go ahead and throw that post, and that's how we hold on to it. So that's a really great red zone play, because you can also just hand the ball off, right? That's also a great option. Speed boost out. It's a duo handoff, which means you're going to double team the D tackle, and it's going to open up a lane for you to take off. So again, we have it again right here. We see the gap, and so then we come up and make a great play, with it. So you have 3 options. You can hand the ball off, you can throw your backside post, or you can just throw your simple bubble. You're just trying to make the best read. They crash down on the run. You throw it out there. So you can call that anywhere in the red zone inside the 15, 20 yard line is really probably the best spot for it, so that you still have enough room to throw your post. But that's really what makes the Georgia offense super easy. Alright, so if you found those first 2 plays here from the Georgia playbook helpful, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. I break down the best tips and tricks for offense, give you guys free ebooks every single day on CFB 26, and you don't want to miss out on any of the content that I have. But those first 2 plays were just a piece of the entire Georgia offensive ebook that I have at the link down below in the pinned comment. You can use code YouTube to get 20% off. It goes to a full written breakdown that you can save on your phone and always reference the plays during gameplay, and we have videos and screenshots to help you out even further. What are you thinking? Go check it out today, and let's jump into those final 2 playbooks. Because next I want to break down the most toxic offense right now in CFB 26 from the Ohio State playbook. Let me show you. Alright, so we're going to come to the Ohio State playbook, and we're going to have single back bunch tight end is going to be our formation, because we have two super toxic plays here. We're going to start with RPO, stretch, alert, bubble. Boom, we're going to take this snap, and this is one of the most dangerous RPOs, and the reason why is because you have a stretch run to the right side, which is going to be hard for the defense to contain. You're able to see right here, you're able to speed boost, get that ball up to the 1 yard line. So if they can't set the edge, it's going to be hard. But right here, clearly, they have a whole bunch of defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 defenders on that side, and they only have 2 on the other side. So clearly we're throwing this pass out here, we get up, make blocks, and we're able to turn that into a big gain. So it's going to be tough for them to balance the two sides of how they want to defend this, right? I would say most of the time you can honestly just throw the RPO, but the handoff honestly is pretty good too, because not only can you get the ball out to the edge, but you also have cutback lanes open at times, right? Obviously, sheds are a thing, and so that's what happened right there. But it's like, if they just give you the edge right here, right, that defender, number 3, he made a beeline out there to guard that, but he was just too far away, and so it just didn't work right here. That time they did a good job of taking away both, so that can happen, right? But, for the most part, it's going to be pretty tough for them to defend. You're able to see right there how he bumped into that guy, and it allowed for us to throw it. So this is one where you can honestly abuse it all down the field, and when you start to speed boost as well, that makes it even better after the catch, or it makes the run better. So you're able to see right here, we find our gap and we turn that into a big gain. So this is a play that honestly you can call anywhere on the field, but obviously in the red zone really is just the toughest place on the field to score, and so it's very important that you're able to have good plays down there. But next we're going to come to verticals here, and there's another play that beats every defense in the game, because all you really need to do is put your tight end on a corner and snap the ball. You're going to see how right here they run man coverage, and when they run man, you can look to your running back in route, or you can look to your tight end corner. Honestly, this is best against zone coverage, but we don't even really focus on reading the defense here. As you guys know that watch this channel, we don't really focus on reading the defense. We're trying to call good plays and just get the ball to our guys after the snap, regardless of what defense they're in. So man coverage is what I'm talking about, where that corner out has the opportunity to beat his man down the field, for a touchdown. So really just going through the read progression of this play, especially against man coverage. You're looking for your corner and then your in route. If you're playing against like cover 2 zone, right, let's go ahead and put them in Tampa 2, then you're looking for your outside receiver wheel to Jeremiah Smith. So boom, take it, you have time to throw. That's who you're trying to get the ball to if Julian Singh would throw an accurate pass. But essentially there's just going to be a wide open hole down the sideline like this, because the outside corner is dropping. He's not going to drop far enough back. Safety's held in the middle of the field, and so then we can just throw this pass right underneath him, wide open to the sideline. Against cover 3, you're really just trying to read their hook zones. So let's go ahead and put them in cover 3 now. If their hook zones come down, then you're just looking to like Cornell Tate right here, right up the seam. So right there, possession, catch that pass right in front of those defenders. If they drop back, that's when you're trying to hit your underneath pass. So we put them back into cover 3, right? Boom, put them in cover 3, shade over the top now. Well, now the hooks are going to drop back, and so then we're just going to have to hit that underneath pass to our running back. So really, again, 2 plays right there, beat every defense in the game, going through the read progression with both the RPO and the drop back pass. All right, before I jump to that final playbook that you're absolutely not going to miss here, has some crazy bombs in it, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. Again, I break down college football 26 tips and tricks for you guys every day, and I'm the only one posting every day on YouTube right now. So I'm really the best guy to check out, and let me show you that final playbook, which is going to be the best overall playbook in my opinion right now in college football 26 from the Oregon State playbook. It has a lethal passing attack, and let me break it down for you. Alright, so first we're going to come here into wide trail from Bunch Strong Nasty, and staying on the theme of our everything beaters. That's really what we're trying to do here. We're going to stem our post route all the way down, all right, and we're going to put RB on a shriek. This is going to be our route concept, and what you're just going to notice is this stem down post is the greatest route I've seen all year. Like, this route is absolutely insane. It gets a speed boost off of the line of scrimmage. I've been using this route all year long, and I low-key should have told you guys about this earlier, because look at how this attacks cover 3 defense, right? The outside third runs up the field, and then we're just able to get a great just pocket right here up the sideline. He still gets depth, even though he starts like he's just going to break like he's running a slant, but he still starts to get deep as he continues to run up the field. Again, all you're going to do, he's already on a post, so you're just going to hold LB and then hold it all the way down to stem that post route all the way down. So now it looks like this, and it's just going to be able to beat every defense. You're going to see how right here they're going to run man, and he's able to beat his man because that stem down post is so fantastic against man coverage. Again, he kind of just like, honestly, just kind of gets a speed boost right here, right off the line. Boom, stem down post, man, easy completion, right? And his ability lit up too. So that's going to help you even more. But it's really the separation, the initial separation that he gets, and he's also able to annihilate zone defense. So again, like I told you guys earlier in the video, reading the flame icons, you see how the slot corner right here on the left side has one. He blitzes, so I know I have to get rid of the ball probably, and I do. I hit my underneath drag. So that's going to save you, like I said, a lot of those really bad sacks that you guys tend to take where you just randomly get blitzed, because every single play EA is telling you, hey, these are the possible threats. Not to say that you can't get shedded, right? So you still have to go through your read progression, find guys open, but you're just able to see how I've called this play. They blitzed, they dropped into a whole bunch of different coverages, and yet we found someone open every single time. So we go with it. The tight end trail route is also a pretty good option, especially if they clog the middle of the field over the deep middle to defend the post. That's a pretty good option. But we go with it one last time here just so you can see it again. I mean, you're just cooking, right? Man coverage, trust your stem down post, speed boost after the catch, and turn it into a big game. So really, that's the first great play here from the Oregon State playbook that beats every coverage. Because next we're going to come into gun bunch a strong offset calling flood. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to put our running back on the in route. That's the only adjustment that you need to make. And right here, you're just going to notice how you're, again, not taking any sacks. That's the whole goal of a play that could beat every defense, because you know who's blitzing because of the flame icons. So the only thing that can really hurt you is sheds, because you know you're going to have someone open. Right here, we just see that they're going to be in cover 3, and so we're going to have that tight end corner out open right there on the sideline, right? I also could have hit my in route, my backside dig to my X receiver. So we go with it again right here, and we just notice we feel the pressure that time though, and so we know that we need to get rid of the ball. So really, when you get in practice mode with these plays, the whole goal is no sacks, no negative plays, right? We can live with incompletions. We don't want to live with, quarterback sacks. And if you do get sacked, you need to make sure you're having good pocket presence by stepping up in the pocket so that those sacks are only for 2 yards. You see how they're running man right here, so we have to get rid of the ball quickly. And so again, that's, you're sending 5 out, right? You have a play that can beat every defense, but understand if they blitz you, that you are sending 5 out, and you need to get rid of the ball right here, feel the pressure, step up in the pocket, take off. So, I mean, with this Oregon State playbook, I don't even think the ball's hit the ground yet, right? And so that's the whole point, right? We have a guy wide open right here, step up in the pocket, we have plenty of time. So again, flood, wide trail, doesn't matter the defense, read the flame icon so that you never get blitzed or never get sacked, and then you just have a guy going through the read progression, first looking underneath, then to the tight end, stepping up in the pocket, and then hitting the backside dig. But this Oregon State playbook, super unstoppable and explosive. Alright, so if you found any of those top 3 offensive playbooks helpful here in CFB 26, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. Again, I break down college football 26 tips and tricks for you guys every single day. You don't want to miss out on any of the content that I have. But if you want that full Oregon State or Georgia offensive ebook, go to the link down below in the pinned comment. You can grab them today by using code YouTube to get 20% off. They go through the full written breakdown, screenshots, videos, everything saved on your phone, so you can always reference it and pull it up during gameplay. But if you want to see the defensive ebook, my 4-3 multiple ebook, check out this video right here. I'll see you over there. Peace.